so that we can put it on our YouTube channel so others can enjoy it after this evening. So I wanted to give you a heads up on that. And then as participants, if you do have a question, you can raise your hand, or if you have a comment, you can raise your hand and I will be monitoring that through the chat and be answering you through there. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our director, Mr. Jack Green. Jack.
Thanks so much, Sherry. Can you all see me? Great. So welcome to you all. I'm so glad you could join us here today. My name is Jack Green. I'm the Jeffrey Harrell 75 and Rodney Rose Director and Chief Curator of the Miami University Art Museum. I'm speaking to you today from the Art Museum on the campus of Miami University here in Oxford, Ohio. We respectfully acknowledge the Shawnee and Miami people who, along with other indigenous groups, were the first stewards of the land that this museum and Miami University now occupies. We hope that you're excited about what this new year of 2022 has to offer. We're very mindful of the challenges faced by many at the present time with the continuing pandemic, and due to the high numbers of cases in Southwest Ohio, we made the difficult decision this month to turn our usual in-person opening event for our members and VIPs into a virtual one, which is open to all. As cases hopefully decline, we look forward to welcoming old friends as well as new visitors to our events and as well as our online programs. The Miami University Art Museum is part of the College of Creative Arts and accredited by the American Alliance of Museums, and celebrating artistic diversity is at the core of our mission. We're very happy to have you here for this preview of our exhibitions and programs, which we'll be covering in a moment. But I'd like first of all to welcome Dr. Elizabeth Mullenix, the Dean of the College of Creative Arts, to say a few remarks. I'll hand it over to you, Liz.
Thanks, Jack. Thank you so much. Hi, museum supporters. I am excited to be with all of you virtually. Thank you so much, loyal VIPs, for having patience with us at Miami as we navigate this unprecedented era of pestilence. As I think all of you know, I'm a huge fan of the museum. I feel that it is a gem in Miami's crown. I am really excited that it continues to flourish under Jack's excellent leadership. And I just have so much admiration for Jack and Jason and Laura and Sherry and David and Wendy for all their hard work over the last year. This is not an easy time to run an arts organization, indeed. I have a quick little story to sort of provide some testimony about how wonderful our museum is. In the fall, I taught what was called a Prodesi seminar, and this is a new initiative at Miami. It's a special class for freshmen who are honor students. And the theme of our class this year was arts advocacy and activism. And so I had my students go to the museum. Well, first of all, when I said, you know, we're going to the art museum, they said, we have an art museum on campus? Cool. And I said, it is excellent. It is cool indeed. So we went once as a class. And then I assigned them what was called an arts portfolio. So they had to go to numerous art events throughout the semester. And in grading that art portfolio at the end of the semester, I realized that many of them, almost all of them, went to the art museum by themselves again and again and again. And I thought that was wonderful. And some of the things that they talked about in their passport reflection was that they couldn't believe they could go to a real, I'm not sure what a fake museum would be, but a real museum right on campus that they could walk to. And I know that many of us feel that that's also so special, right? That this is right in our own community and it's easy and accessible for us. They said that it made them feel normal. to be able to go and experience that, being in an art museum in person. They said they loved the quiet time to reflect on the art, and that made them think about their identity and the planet and death and life. And one student said, and I remember this quote, "the essentialness of beauty." They reflected upon the essentialness of beauty and the profundity of self-expression. So I love that my students had this reaction to the museum, and I think we all can relate to those sentiments indeed. So I'm excited for all of you to have the opportunity to come to the museum and reflect in the same way this spring. Before I hand things back over to Jack, I want to give a shout out to one of our art historians, Dr. Jordan Fenton, whose book came out yesterday. And the title of that book is Masquerade and Money in Urban Nigeria. And I mention this not just because Jordan is one of 5 incredibly excellent art historians that we have at Miami, that we have the great honor to have at Miami, but a Nigerian mask that, which, because I'm a theater person, I think of as a costume, is on display in the museum this spring under the recent acquisition exhibition. So just a shout out to Jordan. Definitely come see that wonderful piece. So again, thank you for being here. Welcome. And I'll hand things back over to Jack.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much, Liz. That was great. And I'm so looking forward to reading Jordan's book. And it's a fantastic mask as well. And I urge you to come and see that. I'll be shortly introducing 3 people to provide a preview and introduction to our current exhibitions. Firstly, Jason Shaman, our curator of exhibitions, will be introducing From the Ground Up. Professor Pepper Stetler, Associate Professor of Art and Architecture History at Miami University, will be introducing Reflections, Visual Constructions of Race. And Laura Stewart, our Collections Manager and Registrar, will introduce Collections Highlights, Recent Acquisitions. But before we do that, I just want to share a few acknowledgements for all the people who've made these exhibitions possible. There are just too many to mention, so I include as many as I could into this slide. But I just want to call out a few in particular. First of all, we're of course grateful for all the support that we receive that enables us to put on these exhibitions and programs, including the Members Association of the Art Museum, the College of Creative Arts Dean's Fund, the Contemporary Art Forum, and Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies at Miami University. Also grateful for the support of all of our benefactors, patrons, and donors who've contributed to our museum funds. For example, the Jeffrey Harrell and Rodney Rose Art Fund, the Norman A. Scholars Art Museum Fund, and the Edward and Isabel Kezor Art Museum Fund. Also thank all of those who've gifted or contributed funds which support all of our recent acquisitions, which are listed here as well. Who are listed here? I thank also our museum staff, of course, for all of their hard work. Jason Shaman and Laura Stewart, who I just mentioned, David Dotson, our preparator and building manager, Sherry Crazel, our marketing and communications coordinator, and Wendy Owens, our program associate. Our student curatorial interns who contributed to the exhibitions include Gillian Kofsky, Mary Visco, and Macy Chamberlain, and many other students have helped us, of course, over the recent months and weeks. Thanks also to faculty members, including Professor Pepper Stetler, Richard James, and also Michael Hatch, and Jordan Fenton. The students who've played an integral role in the Reflections exhibition are also listed here. Thanks so much for all of your support and hard work. What a great job. I'm so pleased with what we have for you to see. I also want to let you know that our doors are open right now to visitors. So despite us having the virtual event, our museum doors are open to visitors, and we have some changes to our hours. So we're now shifting back to pre-COVID times. So we are now open every Saturday through June 11th from 12 till 5 p.m. And our weekday hours will be Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 5. We're also adding a new time slot, which is very, very exciting. Our galleries will be open on the second Wednesday of each month until 8 p.m. So you'll have absolutely no excuse not to visit us. You've got to come to see our exhibitions. So in addition to our special exhibitions, I want to make you aware that we have our ongoing exhibitions, which include the Charles M. Messer Leica camera collection, which is the largest of its kind displayed in a public museum. Art History at a Glance, which has a wide range of work by artists, including Rembrandt, Picasso, and Warhol. Global Perspectives presents ancient to modern artworks from a range of cultures from around the world, from ancient Egypt to modern Africa, as well as artworks from Asia and the Americas. We also have a really beautiful sculpture park surrounding our museum building, including works by Marc de Souvero, Richard Hunt, and Nancy Holt. So this is outdoors, so it's open every day, so you're always welcome. Our collections and exhibitions meet our key needs as a teaching museum at Miami University, which not only provides unique experiences for students, but is also engaged with and open to the communities of Oxford and Southwest Ohio. We recognize and celebrate global and artistic diversity through the display, study, publications and programs. We're also committed to the promotion of social justice through all that we do. And as we remember the events of 2020, including the murder of George Floyd and issues of racial injustice, which continue to impact our nation, we think about what art museums can do to raise awareness and make us reflect on what we can do to make the world a more equitable place. And so in reflection of this, I want to highlight this recent work by Miami University Emeritus Art Professor Larry Collins entitled Homage to John Lewis, which is featured in our Collections Highlights exhibition, given to the Art Museum on the occasion of the retirement of our former director, Robert Wicks, in recognition of his commitment to social justice. This work features the late Congressman John Lewis's portrait, and as part of his famous quote, "Get in good trouble." And it's surrounded by scenes of a lifetime of protest and activism. So, which includes, of course, his work and his involvement. He's very well known for his involvement with Freedom Summer 64 as well, which is important to Miami University and also Western College for Women. I urge you to come and see this important new work, which is now on display. Now, turning over to our specific exhibition previews, my great pleasure to introduce Jason Shaman, curator of our exhibitions, to talk about From the Ground Up.
Thank you, Jack. Yes, we have a great lineup of exhibitions this semester, and as I believe we always do, but we definitely want you to come in and experience. I'm really excited about the opening of From the Ground Up. The idea for this pottery exhibition originated more than 10 years ago for me when I was chief curator of exhibitions at the McKissick Museum at the University of South Carolina. I got to know a number of folk potters from South Carolina and began thinking about more the process of making pottery and less about the surface decoration. Most museum exhibitions about ceramics contextualize the aesthetics of surface treatment in terms of symbolism and historical narrative. Other exhibitions look through an ethnographic lens, focusing on customs, cultural usage, and the people who made the pieces. But I felt that looking at the fundamental aspects of pottery making is frequently overlooked, but well needed. It's important to understand how a work of art is made. And for pottery, we explore the 5 primary processes. We look at handmade, slab constructed, mold made, coil made, and wheel thrown. And you see all 5 examples on this current slide. It's also a great representation of the diversity of the region and cultural and time periods of our collection. Part of the intent of the exhibition is to explore the evolution of the processes, the fundamentals of each process, and to provide visitors with tools of assessment that they can use to help identify the various processes used in making pottery. Now, I want to give special thanks to several people, including Jillian Kofsky and Mary Visco, as Jack had previously noted. Both were curatorial interns who worked with me on the development of this exhibition over several semesters. In addition, great appreciation is extended to Richard James, as the new assistant professor of ceramics at Miami University, who began last semester. Richard gave of his time and expertise, and you can see here some of the work, in helping to create a video featured in the exhibition in which he demonstrates the 5 processes. He also provided pieces that he created for demonstration purposes in the exhibition as an interactive element. In this example, our preparator, David Dotson, created, what you see on the left is a 3D scan and print of an original effigy mold mask. And then Richard made a relief of it. I remember David was very excited because it was about the first time a print had probably been made in over 1,000 years of this image. So it was really, really cool. So I encourage you to come in, see the exhibition, and explore the depth of these. And now I want to make a special note of a featured program that we have in conjunction with From the Ground Up, Insights into Ancient Societies from Material Culture, on Wednesday, March 16th at 5 p.m. Definitely encourage you to come and to learn more about ancient pottery and looking at it from societal. And one of our speakers is our director, Jack Green. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce and turn things over to my colleague, Dr. Pepper Stetler, Associate Professor of Art History here at Miami.
Hi, everybody, and thanks, Jason, so much for that introduction. I'm so happy to be here. So the second exhibition, Reflections, Visual Constructions of Race, marks the 11th Art and Architecture History Capstone exhibition at the Miami Art Museum. This is an incredibly special collaboration in which senior art and architecture history students work with museum staff to research, plan, and curate an exhibition over the course of the semester. This year, the exhibition connects to a university-wide conversation about race that is being led by the university's Focus Program on Race and Racial Justice and the Miami University Humanities Center's Altman Program on Race and Racism, the Problem of Persistence. To prepare for the exhibition, students read and debated ideas about the origins of race and racial differences, and explored how racial difference has been visually constructed in a variety of cultures and time periods. Reflections, Visual Constructions of Race is the outcome of this semester of confronting challenging ideas and discussions about how best to present ideas about race to the public. The students made the decision to put the audience at the center of the experience, asking visitors to use the exhibit to explore their own racial and cultural identity and their assumptions about race. The class also invited the Humanities Center's Joffrian undergraduate fellows to contribute to the exhibition. The Joffrian fellows have been selected to participate closely with the Humanities Center's Altman Program on Race and Racism by undertaking group and individual research projects. For the exhibition, the 8 Joffrian Fellows worked together to create and edit a series of interviews with Miami community members about their experiences of race at Miami. You'll be able to hear the interviews in the gallery space when you visit the exhibition. I'd also like to invite you to attend the exhibition opening on Wednesday, February 9th at 5 p.m. at the museum. The student curators will be there and they're excited to talk with attendees about their research and hard work that they put into this very special exhibition. And now I will hand it over to Laura Stewart, Collections Manager and Registrar at the Miami University Art Museum, who will talk about the collections highlights, recent acquisitions exhibition in the Farmer Gallery.
Well, thank you, Pepper, and hello. everyone. As Collections Manager Registrar, it is my pleasure to introduce to you one of our regularly featured exhibitions, Collections Highlights, New Acquisitions. And this installment features objects selected from more than 300 new collection acquisitions received during the years of 2018 to 2020, as well as pays tribute to the generous benefactors who support the growth of the Miami University Art Museum. The painting located just beneath the exhibition title signage, Baptismal, is by the African-American folk artist Clementine Hunter. It was given to the Art Museum in 2019 by Larry Wayne Richards and Frederick Urban. Once you round the corner into the Walter I. Farmer Gallery this semester, you will be amazed at the breadth of objects that greet you. From works on paper, oils on canvas, bronze artifacts, Japanese screen, African objects and textiles, a wide variety of works in our most spacious temporary exhibition gallery is sure to treat your visual senses. For example, here is but one corner of the gallery where prints by the likes of renowned African-American sculptor Richard Hunt and dear to Miami University Art Museum Hearts artist, collector, and museum patron Harvey Breverman await your viewing pleasure. I also want to spotlight that there are several photographs by the acclaimed photojournalist Donna Ferrato on display, and her series of images from the 1980s regarding domestic violence, such as this one showing the first battered women's conference in Kansas City, Missouri, are part of the 15 Ferrato photographs added to the Art Museum's collection during these years, 2018 to 20. And this collection numbers now some 24 works, all by Donna Ferrato. And all of this is especially exciting because, and drum roll please, yes, Miami University Art Museum will be welcoming Donna Ferrato to the Oxford campus on Thursday, February 24th, as part of the Contemporary Art Forum series of lectures in conjunction with the Department of Art. So please mark your calendar. And on that high note, I will turn things back to the director, Jack Green.
Thank you so much, Laura, and thank you everyone for those excellent presentations. I hope your appetites are whetted and you're looking forward to seeing those exhibitions in person. I want to just also turn to a few of our other upcoming programs. We have a new series which we are this semester, which is called Noontime Chatter with staff at the museum at MUAM. We have these virtual lunchtime talks. These are highlighting the work of the Art Museum staff, as well as wider collaborations across campus, so exploring our collections, the activities that we carry out at the museum. So we really look forward to seeing you for those events. And if you can't make it to visit our galleries in person, please join us at noon Eastern Time on February 2nd. So that's on Wednesday next week, when Jason Shaman will guide us on a walk through the galleries and talk about key works on display. So all of those programs are virtual. So please check our website and the university events calendar for information about how to join those virtual programs. Upcoming exhibitions this fall, we have 3 coming up. Firstly, Miami Interconnected, Land, Identity and Community is a student response exhibition. So these will all these exhibitions are going to happen in the fall. So starting in late August, running through to early to mid-December. The first exhibition I mentioned, Miami Interconnected, so it's a student response exhibition, and it's in conjunction with the Miami University Focus topic for 2022 to 23 for that academic year, which is a theme of sovereignty, which is led by the Miami Center at Miami University. So in this juried student response exhibition, Miami students are going to be called upon to present unique and diverse commentaries on the titled theme. Interpretations are subject to the student's personal perspective, their major or minor, culture, age, experiences, etc. So we're really keeping this open. The competition entries are due on March 20th. So please check our website for details or share this information with someone you know who might be interested in contributing. Open to all Miami University students. You don't have to be an art student to enter. Secondly, we will have a Lens for Freedom civil rights photographs of Steve Shapiro. For those of you who don't know, we heard the news that Steve Shapiro sadly passed away just over a week ago. He was well known for his civil rights photography in the 1960s, including his capture of images of Freedom Summer and the training program which took place in 1964 at the Western College for Women campus, now part of the Miami University Oxford campus. So this exhibition will be a fitting tribute to Steve and his work. We regret greatly that we could not, that Steve's passing means that we won't be able to have him give a talk, obviously. That was our original intention. We feel it fitting that we can dedicate this exhibition to his memory. Lastly, we will have an exhibition entitled Photography in the Heartland, co-curated by Jason Shaman and the independent Cincinnati-based curator of photography, William Messer. This will feature the photographs of around 25 contemporary photographers who are active in Ohio. So we're really looking forward to that. And just to say that both of those photography exhibitions are supported with grants from Photo Focus, the Cincinnati-based not-for-profit organization, which supports the Photo Focus Biennial. So we really look forward to sharing more with you soon about these exciting exhibitions. Now I'd like to just briefly mention membership. Please consider, if you're already a member, thank you for your support. We're really pleased to have you on board as a member. If you're not a member, please consider supporting us by becoming a member of the Art Museum today. There are many benefits at multiple levels. Please check our website for further details. We really want to have you engaged and want to see you more involved with us at the museum. One of the benefits of membership is that we will mail you a copy of the Visual Arts at Miami magazine, which has updates and articles about our collections, our exhibitions and activities, as well as other events and programs related to the visual arts across Miami University. And you can also access the magazine virtually on our website. And we also ask that you please sign up for our e-news and social media for regular updates. Thanks for you who've registered for this webinar, who've also expressed your interest in signing up to our e-news. You can also go onto our website and find the link for signing up to our e-news. And you can also follow us on social media and also YouTube. We've added some really great content onto our YouTube channel, including many of our past programs, which have been virtual, which are now recorded and available online. So please go to the YouTube channel and please like and subscribe. So we really look forward to seeing you soon. We thank you very much for joining us. And I'll now hand it over to Sherry for closing remarks on the Zoom. So thank you so much.
My apologies, I couldn't find my unmute or my video. Thank you everyone for a wonderful presentation. I don't see any hands raised for any comments or questions at this time. There will be a recording available of this session for you to share with your friends and family on our website via our YouTube channel within the next few days. Thank you all again for attending our virtual opening. We look forward to seeing you in the galleries.